Friends, scholars and students, I am Professor Satish Prakash Shukla. I welcome you all again to this YouTube channel. Today we discuss about the scales of measurement. Friends, scale has different meanings in different contexts, but today we will discuss about the scales of measurement in terms of research. And four types of the scales are used in research, and these four types were defined by Stanley Smith Stephen in 1946. First of all, we will understand the meaning of scales of measurement. In terms of research, we can say the scales of measurement are the ways of defining the numbers, variables, qualities, attributes, or the characteristics of the subjects under study. And four types of the scales are used in research. Which are those? Let us see on the screen. As shown on the screen, the four types of the scales are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scale. Let us start with nominal scale. Friends, nominal scale is considered as the lowest level of the scale in research. It is totally non-numeric scale or non-numeric variable. It is used to identify the subjects on the basis of the characteristic. It is also used to categorize the subjects in two or more mutually exclusive categories on the basis of the intensity of characteristics they are having. This scale cannot be used to arrange the subjects in a particular order on the basis of the intensity of the characteristic they are having. Let us see the examples of the same. I show on the screen. The first one is as shown on the screen is gender. Friends, gender is totally non-numeric scale. It is non-numeric variable. On the basis of gender, we can divide the subjects into different categories, mutually exclusive categories like male and female. Why these two are mutually exclusive? Because in that sense, in terms of the mutually exclusive categories, we can say that at the same time, any one subject can be placed in one and only one category at the same time. In this way, these two categories are mutually exclusive. The subjects which are placed in male cannot be placed in female, and the subjects which are placed in female cannot be placed in male. Another example of this nominal scale is area. On the basis of area, we can divide the subjects in three mutually exclusive categories like urban, rural, or semi-urban. These three are mutually exclusive because the subject that is placed in any one of these three categories cannot be placed in another two categories at the same time. Here, the nominal scale is having a special property that is known as property of similarity. What does it say? It says that in a particular category, all the subjects will be found similar or identical in terms of the characteristic on the basis of which they are divided. Like all the subjects placed in the male will be found similar or identical in terms of their gender, and the same thing will be there in the group of female. All the subjects in female group will be found similar or identical in terms of their gender. In this way, the property of similarity is maintained here in nominal scale, and the data are not obtained in numbers, but we can count the number of subjects in a particular category, and this count is known as frequency in research. So, if nominal scale is used, then we will have the data in frequency, and for analyzing the data obtained in the form of frequency, some special tests are there which are used, and those are chi-square test, contingency correlation test, and McNamara test. Some more tests are also there. These three are very much important. Now let us see another type of scale, that is ordinal scale. What does it mean? As reflected from its name, ordinal scale has the capacity of arranging the subjects in a particular order on the basis of the intensity of the characteristics they are having. For that, all the subjects are assigned particular number or letter or words. In this way, the numbers, letters or words assigned to the subjects in order to arrange them in a particular order on the basis of the intensity of characteristics they are having are known as ordinal scale. And let us see the examples of the same. One example is given on the screen, that shows the rank in singing competition. Friends, we know that the ranks to the singers in singing competition are assigned on the basis of their quality of singing, intensity of their characteristics of singing, better singing, and the ranks can be provided in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe in letters like A, B, C, D. In both the cases, these ranks do not have any mathematical value. Let us take another example. Rank of the students in terms of their result. Friends, students are assigned ranks on the basis of the results they have obtained in the examination, and these ranks also can be assigned in numeric form 1, 2, 3, 4, or in letter grade like 1, 2, or A, B, C, D. In both the cases, the numbers or letters do not have any mathematical value. Here one thing we have to understand very clearly, that the difference, if numeric ranks are given that do not have any mathematical value, then the difference between two consecutive ranks will be always equal. But at the same time, the difference between the intensity of the characteristics corresponding to those ranks will not be equal. Let us understand this with the help of example. Here one example is given on the screen. Here the ranks of nine students are given on the basis of their percentages in the examination. By referring all the ranks, we can find that the difference between two consecutive ranks is equal. It is 1 only. But what happens in terms of the percentages corresponding to the ranks? See, first and second rank, the difference between ranks is 1, but the difference between corresponding percentages is 2, because first one is having 90 percentages mark and second one obtained 88. In terms of fifth and sixth, what happens there? Let us see. Difference between fifth and sixth rank is 1, but the difference between corresponding percentages is 3, because fifth ranker is obtaining 81% of marks and sixth one is obtaining 78% of the marks. And the same thing is found between 7th and 8th and 9th ranker. The difference between the rank is 1, but the difference between corresponding percentage is 3. In this way, the difference between consecutive ranks and the difference between corresponding intensity of the characteristics are not always equal or not equal. This is the most important thing in terms of the ranks provided to the given to the assigned to the subjects. Now let us see another example. Here verbal ranks are given and the words are used to for giving the ranks are excellent, good, fair, poor, very poor. These words are having the capacity of arranging the subjects in a particular order on the basis of the intensity of the characteristics they are having. In this way, the ordinal scale has special property, special capacity of arranging the subjects in a particular order on the basis of the intensity of the characteristic. The two properties this type of the scale is having. Number one, property of similarity, property of congruity. Why? Because all the subjects are assigned ranks on the basis of the same characteristic. All subjects are having the same type of the characteristics. The difference is there among them is due to the intensity of the characteristics. But the characteristic is the same in all the subjects. So this property of similarity is there as the This property is there in nominal scale also. Another very much important property this scale is having, that is the property of transitivity. Property of transitivity shows the relationship between three elements. What is it? It says that if second and third elements out of three have the same kind of the relationship as the first and second have, then the first and third will have the same kind of relationship. Let us understand it with the help of example. Take an example of singers. We know that the first ranker singer is singing better than second one, and second one is singing better than the third one. So, according to the property of transitivity, the first one is singing better than the third one. It is definitely, it will happen definitely. So, the relationship among three elements according to the property of transitivity is maintained here, because this scale has the capacity of arranging the subjects in a particular order on the basis of intensity of characteristic. Though here the numbers are assigned to the subjects for ranking them, but the numbers do not have any mathematical value. It is assigned to the subjects only to order them in a particular order. It means if ordinal scale is used, then we will have the data in the form of ranks. And for analyzing the data obtained in ranks, some special tests are there, statistical tests are there. Out of those, some are here shown. Number one is rank correlation test. Number two, Mann-Whitney U test. Friends, this is the best option of parametric T test in non-parametric tests. Then Kendall's tau test is there. Then Kendall's W test is there. Then Kruskal-Wallis test is there. These all the tests are based on the data obtained in ranks. Kruskal-Wallis test is the best option of parametric ANOVA in non-parametric test. Now we'll see the next type of scale, and that is interval scale. What does it mean? It has some special features. Let us understand those features, then we will understand the meaning of interval scale. The first feature as shown on the screen is numeric value. Interval scale has numeric value. In this scale, numbers are assigned to the subjects on the basis of intensity of the characteristics they are having, and these numbers are having mathematical values. They are having numeric value. So this is the special feature of interval scale, that the scale has numeric value. Number two, it does not have absolute zero. It does not have the zero that can be called absolute. It has relative zero. What does it mean? Relative zero. The relative zero is based on situation. It depends upon the tool of measurement. It depends upon evaluator. It depends upon subjects. How? Let us understand with the help of example. Suppose any one student is getting 0 mark in a particular subject. Then we can't say that he does not know anything in that particular subject, because he is getting 0 marks. He gets 0 mark. It may be possible it is due to his lack of preparation. It may be due to the questions asked in the examination are very much difficult. This 0 may be due to the examiner. It may be possible that the examiner is very much strict. If another examiner was there, then he would have got more than 0 marks. So here 0 depends upon the situation, 0 depends upon the tool of measurement, 0 depends upon the mood of the subject, 0 depends upon the evaluator. Here 0 does not say the absence of anything. If 0 is there, we can't say that the absence of characteristic is there. We can't say the student getting 0 does not know anything in that particular subject. It means the 0 depends upon different factors in numeric scale, in interval scale. And another special feature is equal interval. Here the subjects are assigned numbers that have mathematical value. So the difference between two consecutive numbers will be equal only. The interval between two consecutive numbers will be equal. The difference between the pairs of four numbers, one pair of two numbers and one pair of another two numbers, out of which both the pairs, numbers of both the pairs are taken from equidistant, which are placed at equidistant, will be equal only. Let us understand with the help of example. The difference between 10 and 20 is 10 and the difference between 30 and 40 is 10. Here two pairs of the numbers are taken, 10 and 20 and 30 and 40. 10 and 20 of first pair and 30 and 40 of second pair are taken from equidistance. So the difference between these equidistant numbers will be equal. The interval between them will be equal. And the most important thing in terms of the equal interval is the difference between any two numbers. If interval scale is used, then the difference between any two numbers and the difference between intensity of the characteristics corresponding these two numbers will be equal. Student getting 10 marks and 20 marks have difference of 10 marks. The difference between these two is 10 marks and this difference is reflected from their performance in examination. So these two numbers, the difference between these two numbers and difference between the corresponding students, difference between the performance of the corresponding students in examination are equal. The same thing will be there between the difference between 30 and 40 marks. The difference is 10 and this difference is the reflection of the students who are having these two numbers, difference in the performance of the students who are having 30 and 40 marks. The difference between these two numbers and difference between the performance of the students having these two numbers, these two marks are equal. In this way, in interval scale, the difference between two numbers, any two numbers, and difference between intensity of the characteristic corresponding to these two numbers will be equal. In that sense also, there is equal interval. This scale has some special properties. Similarity is there, congruity is there because all the subjects are assigned numbers on the basis of the same kind of characteristic. Difference is there among them is due to the intensity of the characteristics. Similarity is there in terms of the characteristic they are having. Second one is transitivity. Transitivity is there because on the basis of interval scale we can arrange the subjects in a particular order and in that case the relationship between three elements according to transitivity can be maintained as we have discussed earlier. And number three, equal interval is there that we have discussed here. Now another scale is ordinal scale. Another scale is ratio scale. What it is? Let us first see the special feature of this ratio scale. Number one, numeric values. Here also the subjects are assigned numbers on the basis of the intensity of the characteristics they are having, and all the numbers are having mathematical value. Second, equal interval is there because numbers with mathematical value are assigned to the subjects. So equal interval is maintained here, as we have discussed earlier in interval scale. The most important thing is absolute zero. Here zero means nothing. It does not depend on anything. It shows the absence of something. And this zero is used generally in basic science, like in physics, where zero means zero, nothing, absence of something. Let us take an example. When I say that 0 kg of weight is there, it means nothing is there. When I say 0 kilometer distance is there, it means absence of distance is there. So 0 shows the absence of something. It does not depend on any factor. So this is the special feature of ratio scale. Now let us see the properties of the same. Number one is similarity. All the properties of ordinal, nominal and interval are here. Congruity and similarity are the same thing. Similarity property is there because all the subjects are measured on the basis of the same characteristic. So similarity is there. Transitivity is there because numeric values are assigned. The numbers are assigned with mathematical value. So the relationship between three elements can be maintained as we have discussed earlier in terms of transitivity. Equal interval is there because numerical value, mathematical value are assigned to the subjects, numbers assigned to the subjects are having mathematical value, numeric value. So equal interval will be there as we have discussed about the subjects in having 10 marks and 20 marks. The same kind of the difference will be there in the performance of the subjects in examination. So equal interval is there, and numbers having mathematical value, so the interval between two consecutive numbers will be equal only, or the numbers, if two pairs of the numbers are taken from equidistance, then the difference will be maintained in these two pairs. So equal interval is there. The most important thing in terms of equal ratio ratio scale is equal ratio. What does it say? It says that the ratio of two numbers, here the numbers are assigned to the subjects, and according to equal ratio we can say that the ratio of any two numbers out of all, ratio of any two numbers will be always equal to the ratio of the intensity of characteristics corresponding to those two numbers. Here the ratio of numbers and ratio of corresponding characteristic both are equal always, and this ratio is maintained in each case. In any case, any two numbers are taken, then the ratio of that those two numbers and the ratio of corresponding intensity of characteristics will be always equal. That's why it is called equal ratio. That's why it is called ratio scale. And such type of the scale is found only in basic science, physics like science. Let us take an example for the same. If I am taking 5 kg of wheat and I am putting it in one vessel, in another place I am taking 10 kg of wheat and I am putting it in another vessel, then the ratio of the weight 5 and 10 is 1 is to 2. Ratio of numbers is 1 is to 2. At the same time, the corresponding intensity of characteristics. Here, the corresponding intensity of characteristic is the volumes of the weight which are put in two different vessels. The volume of second vessel will be double than the volume of first, and in terms of the weight the same thing is there. The weight is in the ratio of 1:2, and at the same time the volume of the weight will also be in the ratio of 1:2. In this way, the ratio between any two numbers and ratio corresponding to ratio of the intensity of characteristics corresponding to those two numbers will be equal. Here we can say the volume of second volume of the weight of second vessel is double than first one. That we can't say in interval scale. If the student is getting 10 marks and another is getting 20 marks, so the difference is due to their performance in examination. But we can't say the second student is two times cleverer than the first one. Here we can say the volume is double. So in ratio scale, multiplication and division among the numbers can be done, but in interval scale, only the addition and subtraction can be done. Friends, in this way, we have discussed today about the scales of measurement, and if the data are obtained in interval or ratio scale, and all the conditions of parametric test are satisfied, then we can use parametric test like ANOVA, t-test or ANCOVA for analyzing the data. Still, if data is obtained in interval or ratio scale, but the conditions of parametric test are not satisfied, then we have to convert this data either into ordinal or in nominal scale, and then we have to apply those tests which are used in nominal or ordinal scale. Friends, in this way we have discussed today about the scales of measurement. If any query is there in terms of scales of measurement, then you can write in the comment box. Your query will be solved immediately. Now we'll meet with another topic on some another day. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Good